And so if you look at something else that a lot of people really don't consider to be a legitimate sport, it's because it's scripted wrestling. So there's several goats there. Like for example, the Undertaker for his commitment to the gimmick.
Undertaker incoming.
His commitment to kayfabe, like I was saying, and then also like Chris Jericho, he embodies what it is to like consistently. These guys, between the two of them, Chris Jericho and Undertaker, both of them have about 30 years respectively in the wrestling business. And so for you to be consistent across the board and keep fans' interest, you have to evolve and change your gimmick. And it's fairly evident because when people don't do that, the crowd reacts. And so when you're getting booed, but like you look at somebody like Chris Jericho, for example, he has the ability to get over simple things as like a list. He had a list that he would come out like people pissed him off, and he would put their name on the list, and people was reacting to that. He was able to get that over, and so then he went when he left WWE and went to New Japan recently, like past few years. He became the Painmaker, so he switched his gimmick again. Then he went to AEW and became their first world champion, and then he was like Le Champion. So he's consistently changed his character across the board. And even though, you take into to consideration his physical condition, and so what you're saying about athletes getting injured, so he doesn't move around the same way he does when he was 25 years old. He doesn't. He wrestles different. And the same thing could be said about Ric Flair, because when he broke his back in that plane crash in 1975, he had to drastically change his style. He used to be like a heavier bruiser kind of guy, and then so he wrestled at a significantly smaller weight. So that I say that to say that a qualification for you to be the great at what you do, there's an element of longevity, and then also the evolution. Because if you just find out something that works for you and you have a niche, you're essentially a one-trick pony, and it's like, okay, you're good now, but how long can you keep that up?